Welcome to another episode of Acts of BA. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at non-functional requirements, often referred to as NFRs. This will be part of us understanding the key concepts in business analysis. What are non-functional requirements? Now, I want you to imagine that you are building a house. While the blueprint details the number of rooms, their dimensions, these actually are your functional requirements. The quality of the material, the durability of the foundation, and the insulation for sound and temperature controls are what ensures that that house is livable, is safe, and is long lasting. These are what your non-functional requirements are. In other words, your non-functional requirements focus on the qualities of the system, such as performance, usability, reliability, and ensuring that the hours of the system's functionality matches users' expectations and technical feasibility. In other words, your NFRs are the reason why your system works and why they are acceptable to your users. Now, what are types of non-functional requirements? I want you to think of an online shopping platform. And in this particular situation, each type of NFR contributes to the overall customer experience. Performance, as an example. Imagine customers trying to complete a purchase during a sale. They would expect the site to load quickly regardless of the number of users. Let's talk about usability. A user who is visually impaired would rely on a platform that's compatible with screen readers and is easy to navigate using a keyboard. In other words, for that particular user, usability for them will be a system that helps them to be able to read the screen clearly and carry out their functions. Then how about reliability? Now, during peak shopping hours, the system must stay operational without frequent downtimes. You wouldn't want to go on a system and during peak times, like the Christmas season, for instance, it keeps coming down. Then how about security? Customers would expect to trust a platform to keep their payment and personal data secure. Maintainability. Developers need to be able to ensure that they can add new features or fix bugs, and that while they do this, it doesn't break existing functionality. And then we talk about scalability. The platform should be able to handle growth as more users or larger inventories show up on this system. We'll look at other examples of non-functional requirements. Performance, like we mentioned earlier. Now look at it in another way. Imagine a live streaming service during a World Cup final that must handle millions of concurrent viewers without buffering. In that instance, performance is key. It is a non-functional requirement. Then talk about usability. Consider a travel booking app that is designed to be intuitive so users can book flights within minutes, even on their first visit. Then how about security? Think of a banking app, the banking app that you use every day. It encrypts all your transactions so that it can protect sensitive financial information. And talk about reliability. Now, can you envision a hospital's patient record system that must remain accessible 24/7, 365 days in a year? And maintainability. Picture a weather app that developers can easily update to include forecasts for new regions. These are all examples of non-functional requirements. Now, what are the importance of NFR in business analysis? Now, I want you also now to imagine a scenario where an e-commerce website launches with all its features. These are your functional requirements. Now, customers need Now imagine that this system frequently crashes during sales. and it lacks mobile optimization, and it fails to protect user data. Would you as a customer use it, or would you as a customer stay on that platform? Your answer most likely is no. In other words, NFRs are critical because they ensure that a system delivers a smooth and secure user experience. It also avoids costly posts and launch fixes and negative user feedback. NFRs also ensures that the system would align with industry standards and organizational goals. Now, what are our tips as business analysts for eliciting and documenting NFRs? You could use stakeholder interviews and make sure you ask questions like, how fast should the system respond during peak usage? You can also organize workshops, and during your workshops, make sure you collaborate with the users and developers to identify what are priorities. And then you can also use benchmarking. So you reference competitors or industry leaders to understand and define the standards. And then also your specification. Make sure you use clear metrics. For example, response time under 3 seconds. These are tips for eliciting and documenting NFRs. Now, as an activity idea, why don't you picture a scenario where participants are presented with various requirements and they must determine which are functional and which are non-functional. For example, the system should allow users to reset passwords. Now, that is functional because it requires the system to do something. Then now, think about password must reset within 5 seconds. That now is a non-functional requirement. Why don't you think about scenarios where you can identify what are functional requirements and what are non-functional requirements? In concluding this, I want you to think of NFRs as the unseen framework that is supporting a bridge. While users might not see them directly, their absence could cause the entire structure to collapse. As business analysts, understanding and documenting NFRs ensures systems are robust, efficient, and aligned with both user and organizational needs. Thank you for listening. And if you've got any other question or comments, feel free to drop it in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video.